Hi, it's Jerusha. I've got a video that I'm going to make today for you. I've been meaning to make it for a little while. It's not so much about dreadlocks. It is about the products I use on my face and my skin, basically like sun care products and also makeup or foundation. So I'm going to hopefully be able to squeeze that all in there today. Today is my 9-week dread birthday. For those of you who care. You know, my dreads are doing great and I put them like this for you so you'd be able to see them. I will turn very slowly around because every time I turn around to let you see the back, I notice that I keep moving my hair, and it's probably because I'm trying to cover up the sort of looks like bald spots in the back, but it's just because of the way my hair lays in the sections, and I have pretty well maintained roots from just rubbing them while they're you know, just various times I'll like push the root or the dread down against my head and like do clockwise or counterclockwise motions. So it seems to be maintaining the roots pretty well right now. I'm gonna turn to you right. So I hope you were able to see my dreads in the back because I couldn't see what you were seeing. But that's all about the dreads, unless I think of something else. I'm going to tell you about the products that I use on my face. So when I think about organizing this, because I don't go well from notes or from a script, I kind of do better when I do it from my head. I'm going to start with cleansing my face. What do I use? What are my favorite products for cleaning my face? Well, while I'm in the shower or a soap type cleanser with water and a washcloth, this is my favorite. It's by Paula's Choice, and it's not sold anywhere except for online on the Paula's Choice website. And you probably have never heard of Paula's Choice before, but she does reviews of all products for the most part, and then she also has her own line of skincare products. And so her reviews, you can look up any products that you want to look at, maybe some of your favorite products, and see what her reviews are on them and like the pros and cons of them and stuff like that. She also talks about whether they're tested on animals or not and those kinds of things. So Paula's Choice is her brand. So this is the cleanser that I use. It's earth sourced. So, and I didn't get it because of that, but I found that it's my favorite cleanser that she makes. So I use this when I'm in the shower. I have this in my shower usually. It's back there behind me. When I'm not in the shower but I want to use a cleanser, I use this one by her. This one is not as much my favorite. It's called Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser for normal, oily, and combination skin. I don't like this because it's not quite as much like a lathering kind of thing. It's a little bit more of a oily, I guess, type of thing. But I haven't really given it enough of a chance. I think I just kind of like the feel of this one better. So that's what I use. I have this next to the sink when I'm washing my face in the morning or at night when I am not in the shower. But I'm really lazy about cleaning my face, actually. I wear sunscreen foundation almost every single day. And what I use is mainly these whites, which unfortunately Paula's Choice doesn't make cleansing cloths. She does review them, and this by Oil of Olay, it used to get good reviews by her, but I think that the newer ones maybe don't have as good of reviews. I'm not sure. She's very picky. And then also Neutrogena makes one that may or may not be on her pro list right now. So I usually get the Oil of Olay ones, and I like them to be the moist cloths, not the ones that you have to put under water and then clean, because for me, I like it to be like I can keep it in my bed, like next to my bed in my drawer. And if I forgot to take off my makeup, which usually I do forget, I'll just lay there in bed while I'm like watching TV or something and clean my face with this. This is like basically a makeup remover and also a cleanser. Some people know, people that are real nerds of like skincare, they know that there's a difference between a cleanser for your face and a makeup remover. And sometimes you can get both in the same product, which I think is probably like common sense. But apparently they're not synonymous. Like something that removes your makeup well isn't necessarily, or something that cleans your skin really well isn't necessarily going to be removing makeup. And I'm not just talking about waterproof makeup, I'm just talking about like basic other makeups. So since I don't take a shower every single day, maybe recently I have been more so, but if I do take a shower and wash my face in the shower with the cleanser, then I basically need to be also washing my hair, because my hair is gonna get wet and then it's gonna look oily around my face if it gets anywhere near the water and the steam. So the only time I use the cleanser is usually in the shower. I mainly am using this, and I'm probably only using it at night. Sometimes I even sleep with my makeup on, to be honest. Next, I will tell you about the foundations that I use. I use them while I'm on camera, before I'm on camera and stuff. I just found this one recently. This is Neutrogena, and I like it because it is 20 SPF, which really I like it higher than that, but it's the highest I can get with this kind of color that I like. Neutrogena, and it's the product called Healthy Skin Anti-Aging Protector. And the thing I like about this is that it does not enhance my wrinkles. It doesn't like settle in, or it's kind of like smooths out my skin in like not a shining way, kind of in a matte, but not too matte kind of way. So this is what I'm using first on my skin. After it's cleansed in the morning, I might even just cleanse it with a washcloth and kind of just wipe down in the morning, wipe off the oil that might have accumulated over the night on my face. Then I put this on. This is the color I use. It's 20, and they call it Fair to Light. In the winter, in the middle of the winter when I get really pale, I will use the 10, which is Fair. That's the color. This is the one I've been using for the last like 2 or 3 months. Before that, I was really liking this one, but this is not as the Healthy Skin Enhancer. It's more transparent or translucent and lets more of your, if you have like dark spots from like the sun over time, it lets some of those come through. But this is a nice, like somewhat sheer one that does make your skin look healthy. I recently just went to this one and I like it. On camera, when I want to get even more like coverage of my age spots and things like that, I'll use this one. I'm shaking it because you really do have to shake this one. It's Olay Smart Shade Skin Tone Matching Makeup. It's got an SPF of 15. My color is, again, 200 this time, 200 light/medium. The other one's color 20, 200, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's probably similar on my face. And this is like my summer/spring color, and then I can go down to a fair one if I want to in the winter. This only has an SPF of 15, and it's Olay, which probably tests on animals. I bought this before I went to the Neutrogena one, and so I do this on top of the Neutrogena one if I want more coverage. And the thing is with me is that I need to be able to have a foundation that I use that has sun protection, but that you can apply it thickly, you know, because the sun protection is coming from like really thick application. When they test it for SPF, you know, you probably heard they like really coat it kind of like just like to the point where it's like totally white on your skin if it's not colored, if it's not like a foundation. So I really want to be able to put a lot on, and also like that I just press it, kind of pat it into my skin, into my face, and let it dry in between like coats, like first this one, and then I'll like press it in, especially around the areas where I need to cover up. And then I'll do this one if I'm recording, basically. And then I use for a concealer, because I do have dark spots. It's called age spots or whatever. There maybe some people, if you want to say a nice word for it, is like freckles, except they're not like all over. They're like just big ones. Like I've got one there that you can see a little bit. I have a hard time finding a concealer that has any SPF in it whatsoever. It's like a few years ago they had some more options, and now it's kind of like, I think I have one option. Neutrogena Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector with titanium dioxide sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 25. Whoa, 25, that's really high. So what I'll show you is, I'm gonna show you how I put this on. I make sure that whatever foundation I've used on my whole face is pressed in and also let to mostly dry, because this will sit on top of the face better that way, and it will cover better that way. I've already put this on once, but I'm going to do it again for you, since you can kind of see there, it's very light right there. It's still not totally covered. So you twist the bottom and that pushes a little bit of the liquid up onto this brush type thing. And there's actually, you can see there's a little bit there laying on there. Okay, so I'm gonna put a lot on. I'm gonna actually do it like this. So I'm covering it. You can see it right there. Now, I will resist the urge to blend this. I'm gonna resist the urge to blend it in right now. I'm gonna let it just sit on top of my skin. And the thing I like about this is that it is a good color. It's a good color for my skin, and it blends well with my foundations. This one is my favorite foundation, and then this one has more thick coverage. So, you know, if I want to double up. So this color, this is actually 10, which is light. They call it light. Now they're gonna have a lighter one that's called Fair. I'm gonna find that one because I also have that. It's 05 Fair. Same product, cover up, concealer. They actually call it Brightening Eye Perfector. So it's for like your eyes, you know, probably to use like here in the corners to make it brighter and like make you look younger or something. I don't know. That doesn't really work all that well for me because I wear contacts, and so if I have anything close to my eyes, if I go and like sort of like, you know, touch my eyes at all, it will go into my eyes, or even if I'm sweating, maybe it'll go into my eyes, and then it makes my contacts feel like there's something on there and I need to clean my contacts. So, okay, so I did not touch it, but there you see that it's blended in right here on this spot without me blending it with my finger. Okay, so leaving it on the surface is where you get the coverage. So here I'm gonna do what I usually don't do. I blend, if I do see some there, I will blend it. And if I do like see it still after like a few minutes, I will take the edge, just around the outside edge of where I put it, and I will tap it with my finger. That's the most I'll do. If I start rubbing or blending it in, or like even like patting it, it will, I don't know, it's gonna show then. It won't be full coverage. And if you got like, you know, if you really wanna like cover it even more because you got dark spots, and these things are like really difficult. I wish they made more products that had SPF in them, because really the way to get rid of your age spots is to just consistently get rid of like any exposure to the sun, especially on those spots right there. So I used to have a lot more age spots probably 6 years ago, before I started using a sunscreen on the regular basis. I wasn't very good throughout my life. I wanted to get suntan or whatever, and I had too much like going on to like really wear something on my face. So I was going out a lot in the sun. I wasn't super tan, but I was getting sun damage on my skin. So that's where this spot comes from. I actually had a lot more spots. I had some here. I had like right under my eyebrow, like here, because I used to wear glasses all the time. So whatever the glasses didn't fully cover, that part was like dark spots. I had some spots here. I had more like under my eyes here, bigger spots. And because I'm using sunscreen almost every single day when I go outside, even throughout the winter here in Portland, Oregon, it's like very, very overcast and rainy. hey, there's UV rays coming through, and even if you don't see the sun, you are getting exposure. So that's going to bring out these age spots. The more you can protect them from the sun or UV light, the more they're going to fade. And they will come back when you get in the sun. So you can never get rid of them forever, I don't think. I think you can get some kind of laser treatments over time. You can like fade them. And then also there are some products by Paula's Choice specifically that have something in it that fades them. I'll show you. I'm going to show you the product that has the active ingredient mainly, aside from sunscreen. The other thing that you can do to try to fade your age spots is something that has the ingredient of hydroquinone, whatever. I feel like I know how to say it until I go and say it out loud. And salicylic acid is the other ingredient, but that's really an exfoliant. It's also good for like blemishes or if you have a tendency towards acne on your skin. But salicylic acid is like sort of an exfoliant, and it's a chemical exfoliant, but it's not super harsh when she puts it in her ingredients. And so it will, you know, exfoliate, and exfoliating your skin, even if you're not washing it off right away, just having an exfoliant on your skin in this product, to leave this on your skin, it will get your skin to regenerate faster. So that's why she puts it in there. And the salicylic acid is called BHA. So that's the other name for it. And this has 2%. So this is a product that I like. It's a gel. She also has a lotion that has the same ingredients in it, but it's a little more like, I don't know, it's just more of a creamy lotion in a tube like this. I've used both, and neither of them work very well under makeup, especially if you like really apply it to that spot. You're supposed to apply this like kind of all over your face except for around your eyes, because it you've got sun exposure all over. If you've got sun damage, you've got sun exposure all over your face. It's just that some spots are a lot darker than others. So if I put this under makeup during the day, even though it says you can apply it twice a day, and then night and in the morning, it makes it a little bit like my makeup doesn't stick as well, and it makes it a little bit more flaky. So I usually just do this at night, and I'm not very good about doing it all the time. Really, the best way to get rid of sunspots is to exfoliate with like she recommends chemical exfoliants, not like the Clarisonic that you see in there, the little like brush that has a motor. She doesn't think that that's necessary. Paula's Choice. And so sun protection on an all the time basis, you know, whether that means covering yourself, putting a visor on, or staying inside all the time. Hey, that works. Or, you know, a makeup that has a good sun protection in it. This is the thing that I use by her. It's very lightly tinted, so it doesn't have any white kind of look to it. This is a moisturizer plus SPF. It's called Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And it's for normal, oily, and combination skin. So this one is basically a sunscreen slash moisturizer that makes a nice matte finish on your skin that you can put under makeup. It doesn't always combine well with all makeups. So this one makes my skin look a little lighter than it is right now. So I have stopped using this temporarily. I mean, it's really my favorite. It's like a primer kind of thing. But I do wear this a lot of times throughout the winter, and it doesn't give me like a makeup look. It doesn't make me look like I have any foundation on, really, for the most part. But if you put it on your neck, it might get on your clothes, and you'll notice it. It's colored, you know, and the reason she kind of tints it is so that it doesn't have the white look that when you have a higher SPF, titanium dioxide, it will have like a white kind of look to it on your skin. And then this one I use on my neck and on my chest here, my décolleté, they call it. This is Skin Balancing Ultra Sheer Daily Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30 for normal, oily, and combination skin. My skin is kind of more like combination skin. I don't really think of myself as usually having oily skin. See, I'm putting it on here because this doesn't have a color. So I can safely put this on my neck. And if you see people who are older and they are having their neck look older than their face, which is really common for women who are, you know, like pushing like 50, 60, they may have protected their face, but their neck, they complain about how their neck looks more old than they look. So that I took a definite like clue from that I need to be putting a lot of sun protection on my neck and the décolleté, but mainly the neck, because it can get a lot of wrinkles on there, and I would like to prevent that if all possible, and I'm pretty sure that that the sun is responsible for that. So this is a nice one. It does not feel oily on your skin after you use it once it dries, and it also doesn't make you look all that wet. I have not used this very much on my face, so I can't really give you my impressions of that, because I really like something that's got more of a matte and more of a coverage kind of thing. So now I have not, well, you can kind of see it still. Seems like maybe you can see it on the surface there, but I am really layering this on. Sometimes I will just go around and I will just blend the edges, but I will be able, you won't even see it really at all, just depending on how I work this thing. Okay, I haven't even gotten to lipsticks yet. Oh my goodness. Well, face care. Okay, so I'm gonna end it there with that. I do not use my foundation on my eyelids because I've realized that it gets on my eyelashes and it gets into my eyes eventually with my contacts. The closest I will go to my eyes is right, just tap a tiny bit here on the top here, and then I will also go under my eyes because I really need to protect my eyes, under the skin under my eyes with the sun protection. Oh, another thing, my tattoo. Okay, so it's really important to protect your tattoos from sun because it will fade the ink, the color. This tattoo I got in 2009, and it's looking pretty good with the colors and everything. Not a lot of fading going on there. So I used to use this. I just keep a stick of this in my car, in my bag, everywhere. Everywhere I can think of, just get this. This is like a Walgreens generic, 55. And it's a stick, so you don't have to worry about anything. I can even do it while I'm like pulling out of the driveway practically. I just like apply it on there. And then if I want to, I'll apply it the other areas where I need to have sun protection. I'm a lot more likely to apply this than I am sun even spray, which I totally like this kind of sunscreen, or a lotion, you know. Recently, instead of this, I went and had this for my son who's just turned 2 years old. I had this for him and I realized, hey, why don't I try it? So I like use that on here, and this is really good. This is good stuff. This is actually like broad spectrum 70 plus Neutrogena brand. And so this is actually kind of more like gentle. It's a softer stick, but I use this for sure on there. And today I was walking down the street just to get something down the street. There's a free box. It wasn't a free box, it was a free item down there. It was a little sandbox that I got, and I was walking down there with my stepson, and so I was like, I'm not gonna I was getting ready to get a shower before we found out that this little sandbox was down the road for free. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna put makeup on. So I took this and I just put it on my face, like the parts of my face that I really need to protect from the sun. It's gonna take 10 minutes to be outside, but need to put sun protection on every single day. So I used this on my face, and then I even went down on my neck, I went down here, I went kind of on my arms, on my hands, because I've got sunspots on my hands. See, there's a mark. These are sunspots here. These are not like freckles in the cute way. I never had freckles when I was little. So these are age spots. That's all I have for you. Oh, it's a very long video. Oh, forgive me. I hope you can like just skip around, but this is just in case anybody's interested in the products that I found that I like to use. That's it. All right, I will see you later, and I will be posting another video about some things I'm reading about lately.